And Jazz Chisholm Jr. will bat in one of the first key moments of this ballgame.
Yeah, and Wicks goes with the changeup on 3-2 to Stanton, really going for the strikeout. And I think he just overthrew that ball, kind of spiked it down into the ground. It bounced in front of home plate. The one thing about Stanton, you can get him to swing and miss. He's got a lot of that in him. But that last pitch just overthrew it and not real close.
The uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Benjamin Moore. Bags loaded, 2 down, top of the first, 0-0 game. Jazz Chisholm Jr., former Miami Marlin batting, shows bunt and takes a strike. Now, you know he's not going to be bunting here in this spot.
Well, you certainly wouldn't think so. Bases loaded and 2 outs. You want him swinging the bat.
.266 hitter with 22 home runs. Lefty to lefty, the pitch. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Wicks has it. Runs halfway to first. Shovels it to Bush, and that ends the inning. No runs for the Yanks. They leave the maximum. At the end of a half inning, Yankees 0, Cubs coming up. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for
de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
Out away from winning it. Clase's 0-2 is fouled into the glove for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the National League. The AL's back on top with a 10th win in the last 11 All-Star games.
Well, we saw a little bit of everything. We saw power. We saw power arms. It looked really good for the National League after Shohei Ohtani hit the 3-run homer, but then quickly the American League tied it right out in the bottom of the inning and never looked back.
Here to Wrigley Field, bottom of the first inning. Means it's time to take a look at the Cubs lineup, brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably
off the bench. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve.
Luis Gil, a native of the Dominican Republic, working on Ian Happ. In the bottom of this first inning, first pitch is taken high. No score. The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Ian Happ gets a base hit, Binny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Happ swinging and missing 1-1. Luis Gil quietly having a good year. 12 wins, 6 losses. He is a rookie right-hander. The pitch to Happ is a strike. Ron, what's the plan against Luis Gil?
Patience. Patience is the key. He's a guy with a big arm, great fastball, slider change. Actually, it's fastball change, then the slider. But he's very erratic.
Pop fly, shallow right center, racing out Volpe, and the shortstop will make the catch. He was struggling with both the wind and the sun. And he juggled that ball but held on to it. The shortstop angling into shallow right center. And that's out number 1. And here's Michael Busch.
Yeah, so for Gil, you look at his numbers this year. He's got 144 punch-outs in 124 innings. Look at the walk number, 66 walks. He has games where he has walked quite a few more than he's had strikeouts. So you really, early in your first loop through the lineup, if you're the Cubs offense, patience. Make sure he's throwing strikes and put a little pressure on him.
Michael Busch batting, fouls it away off to the left, out of play. The sun now shining brightly. It's been kind of cloudy, very breezy. Temperature in the upper 60s. It's supposed to climb into the lower 70s today. Bush will take a breaking ball low and in, 2-1. One thing I did notice, Ron, the one number that jumped out at me was Heel and his effectiveness against right-handed batters who are hitting just 159 against him. And now Bush hits a towering pop fly foul, coming back as the catcher Wells makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Bush fouls out, and it brings up Seiya Suzuki.
Well, I think the one thing about Heel, his fastball, because it's a little erratic, not that he's, throwing a bunch of wild pitches, but there's no real rhyme or reason, to his pitch pattern. I think the catcher a lot of times will end up sitting in the middle of the plate and just letting his natural movement take over and see where it goes.
Suzuki takes outside. Kind of a cross breeze wind blowing, I would say, left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. Here's the 1-0 to Seiya. Taken high, 2-0. Fly balls hit in the air to left are going to get knocked down, it would appear. Balls to right and right center might get a little carry. Quite a bit of carry, actually. Swinging a foul off to the right, out of play.
I think the one thing today when you play in games like this at Wrigley, the infielders have to be very aggressive going out for the ball hit to the outfield, those shorter fly balls, because the wind is really going to knock them down and carry them back towards the infield.
Luis Gil is a native of the Dominican Republic from the town of Azua, A-Z-U-A. Acquired by the Yanks from the Minnesota Twins in exchange for outfielder Jake Cave back in 2018. And at that time, Luis Gil would have been a 19-year-old. He is now 24, a rookie. Had some major elbow surgery, the Tommy John procedure back in 23. The pitch to Suzuki, and it's going to be outside, 3-2. No score, bottom of the first. Not too many empty seats as we look around beautiful Wrigley Field. Lots of colors today. Breaking ball missed, ball 4. Cubs have a man on. Suzuki gets the free ride, and it brings up Cody Bellinger.
Now, good job by Suzuki not chasing that slider away.
Love the colors, though, Ron. You got green ivy, green grass, a lot of blue and white shirts in the crowd as Bellinger stands in. Cody takes inside. The ball dropped by Wells, but picks it up quickly. No advance by Suzuki.
This first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibilities. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Bellinger at 267. He'll take high, ball 2. Still some clouds in the sky. Only a very slight chance for showers during the afternoon hours, about 15% or so. The 2-0, and that's a strike. 2-1 on Bellinger. Cubs find themselves 4 games out of the final wild card spot in the National League. And now you've got both the Mets and Atlanta tied for the number 3 spot. So the Cubs are going to need some help. They're going to need for those teams to lose some games, you would think. Well, certainly some. But now not just Atlanta, but the Mets are tied with the Braves. Here comes the 2-2 and a toss to first. Including this one today, 22 ball games left, and that's pretty much the story for all of the teams involved. 20, 22, 23 maybe remaining. Just over 3 weeks of action. There's a ground ball toward the middle. It's gloved by Volpe. He falls down on one knee but gets up and makes the play to first in time. Bellinger bounces out to short. Cubs don't score at the end of 1. Cubs nothing, Yanks nothing.
Wow. 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
Strike 3 call. 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates.
Salvi got tied up some, but he hits it deep to left field. McNeil at the wall with Nimmo, and Nimmo almost put it over the wall. I think it got the railing behind the wall.
yeah, I think it's a home.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It is a home run.
250 career home runs for Salvador Perez.
One, two. Strike. Well, that pitch not going to count. We have a balk? Yeah, we have a balk.
Yeah, I don't think he stopped. I don't think Boyle stopped.
And Judge takes advantage. High, deep, and gone. Aaron Judge gives the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Well, that balk eliminated a potential strike three.
Out, exactly.
And then Judge just smashed it to right field.
Rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty.
The ovation you hear is for Anthony Rizzo. Anthony takes off his helmet as he will lead off the second inning for the Yankees. It's his first appearance at Wrigley since being traded back near the deadline of 2021. Rizzo has been injured and has missed most of this year with a broken bone in his arm as he faces Jordan Wicks. Lefty to lefty, first pitch outside for ball one. He had some concussion issues a year ago. He's had a hard time staying on the field, Ron.
Yeah, he has in New York, absolutely. But I know one thing, they're happy that he's back. That position has struggled offensively for New York, and they need him if they're going to do damage in October. You can't lean on the 2 and 3 holes of that lineup. They're going to need some offense from guys like Anthony to be effective come playoff time.
He'll take a strike. Rizzo for the year, when he has played, has really not done a whole lot. His batting average .224 with 8 home runs and 31 driven in. Here's the 2-1 to Rizzo, and it's outside ball 3. There's always been a certain presence about Anthony, though, both defensively and in the lineup and in the clubhouse. I think he's been kind of a team leader his whole career.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. He was pretty much the face of this franchise, during their, that 15, 16, 17, and a leader in the clubhouse. There's absolutely no doubt. When he left here, that was a big drop-off in leadership, with this club.
3-2 pitch from Wicks to Rizzo. Bouncer toward the middle. Dansby Swanson gloves it. He'll throw to first to get him. And that's out number 1. Swanson playing him properly, Ron, which is to say over near the bag at second. 1 down, second inning, no score, and the batter, Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, Cubs basically in what you can do as far as the shifting goes. Yeah, Swanson, as you said, playing him up behind the second base bag.
Volpe hitting .254, swings and misses. The first inning was powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Volpe fouls it away, 0-2. 3 straight day games, Cubs and Yankees here at Wrigley. Same time tomorrow and Sunday, each ball game beginning at 1:20. Clark Schmidt against Javier Assad tomorrow. The 0-2 fouled away. The finale on Sunday, Garrett Cole against Jameson Taillon. Taillon, the former Yankee. Cole, the former Pirate. Here comes the 0-2. Low and outside for a ball. Cubs will then be at Dodger Stadium on Monday night to take on Los Angeles in the opener of a 3-game series. Cubs with 13 home games remaining and 9 road games. Here's a liner shallow left coming in. Ian Happ makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Volpe, a soft line drive to left. Scoreless game, second inning, and the batter is Alex Verdugo.
Now, so far, so good for Jordan Wicks. He's made some good pitches and a couple punch outs in the first inning. A lot of traffic in the first inning, but no runs. And now, so far, quick first couple outs here in the second.
Verdugo hitting .235. He'll hit a fly ball into shallow left center. Going out is Swanson, and he'll give way to Happ, who comes in to make a routine catch. 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Wicks at the end of 1.5 innings.
Wow, 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
Strike 3 call. 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates. On 2 out, 1-1. Ohtani unleashes high into the Friday night sky and gone. Boy, does he look good in Dodger blue. Number 22 and a 2-0 lead. Ohtani's 7th home run is last.
Timely, efficient, and highest quality care to our patients. From state-of-the-art imaging to convenient rehab locations, we're here for you. With 14 Ortho Access immediate care facilities, get same-day orthopedic treatment. Experience close-to-home care you deserve. Visit IBJI.com for locations and services. At Riverfront Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, if you see it, believe it, and you'll get it. A real good deal. Riverfront in the North Aurora Auto Mall and buy at riverfront.com.
Celebrate Hispanic and Latino heritage at Wrigley Field on Monday, September 16th. Fans who purchase tickets at cubs.com/specials can choose from one of several limited edition caps featuring flags representing the heritage of Cubs players and coaches. Pat?
Isaac Paredes leads off the Cubs' second inning. Zach, thank you. 0-0 game. Paredes, Horner, and Swanson against Luis Gil. Here's the 1-0. Good fastball strike. Paredes hitting .227. 19 home runs. He's driven in 69. Two balls and a strike on Paredes.
And double plays today turned by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Good breaking ball swung on and missed. 2-2. Gil just coming off of the injured list recently. He's had a lower back strain. This is his first big league appearance since August the 20th against Cleveland. He did make a minor league rehab start for Double-A Somerset against Reading 5 days ago. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul back.
Yeah, that's not quite exactly like Cubs Yankees at Wrigley Field in front of 40,000 people.
He has been very effective in quite a few games this year. The right-hander comes back 2-2. It's low and outside. For one thing, Ron, he's had 14 starts of allowing either 1 or 0 runs in the ball game. So those obviously give your team an excellent chance of winning that game. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A breaking ball got him. And that's out number 1, and the batter is Nico Horner. 0-0 game, second inning.
Well, and it's not a comfortable at bat for the righties, and what you were talking about in the first inning proves it out. The batting average against right-handed hitters, 160 something.
159.
Yeah, 159. Yeah. So that's all you need to know. All the great hitters in the league, and he is dominating the right-handed hitter.
Horner takes low and away, a big breaking ball.
Second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, Pat, if you didn't know this, 2 bags fly free.
I'm going to write that down so I remember it. Here's the 1-0 pitch, fouled away off to the right.
And you know what? If you don't remember, I'll tell you again tomorrow.
I do appreciate that. You spell bags still B-A-G-S, right?
I wasn't the best speller, but I think that's a yes.
Always like to double check. Just like double bags.
Yeah, there you go. See?
1-1 on Nico Horner.
Top of our game today, we are.
Trying. And the 1-1, swing and a miss. A lot of breaking balls, a lot of off-speed pitches so far from Luis Gil.
Yeah, he's got a good slider, absolutely.
And now the 1-2. Low one outside for a ball. Again, just a little bit of coolness in the air. A hint of autumn certainly is evident. Breezy. Here's a pop fly right side. It's going to be playable for Anthony Rizzo in foul ground near the coaching box, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Anthony, always known for great defense as a Cub, he captured 4 Gold Gloves while playing for the Cubs. They had some video of Anthony's playing career as a Chicago Cub, and they've been showing it here at the ballpark. They just showed his home run against Clayton Kershaw in Game 6 of the NLCS. That was the night game. That was the game where Kyle Hendricks pitched masterfully and got the Cubs into the World Series. But I had forgotten the pitch that he hit against Kershaw. It was down near the ankles.
Yeah.
And he drilled it over the wall in right. It definitely would have been out of the strike zone had he not swung.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch now to Dansby, and he'll take a strike.
Yeah, he hit some memorable home runs. One off the Budweiser B over the scoreboard and right to break some of the lights.
Now the 1-1 down low. Now that's a good memory for you. You remember the exact letter in the Budweiser sign that it hit.
I'd like to say yes, but I saw it in the video.
Okay. Still impressed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
2-1 pitch. Swing on a foul by Dansby Swanson. Now Dansby's been one of the hottest Cubs hitters of late. Last 10 games hitting .385 with 4 home runs, and he's driven in 15. Cubs baseball brought to you by Grainger. Cubs count on Grainger to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. To get the products you need, call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Fastball away. Now that's an interesting mix there. A lot of breaking balls low and away, and then a quick fastball on the outside edge, just missed.
Yeah, cross-fired fastball just off the plate away, 98 miles an hour.
Swanson takes outside ball 4. Another pitch where Luis Gil thought that it was a strike, but the home plate umpire Jordan Baker had a different opinion.
Yeah, that last pitch, borderline pitch. The one before that was definitely away. The last one, a lot like the pitch to Judge, could have been called a strike. It was borderline. Jordan Baker's called both of them down.
Let's keep an eye on Swanson at first. 2 down. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Pete's been hot, lifting his average up to 239. And the little left-handed batter takes low and in. I would say his development run, I'm talking about Pete Crow Armstrong, has been one of the most pleasant things to witness here in the last month and a half.
Yeah, it's been impressive is a good way of putting it. I don't think there's a lot of people that come to the big leagues and have to kind of learn on the fly because of his just abilities and his talent. He's an extremely talented young guy, but this is a different level. Talent does not just get you. You got to learn how to play at this level, and he has done an extremely good job of learning on the fly, I guess you might say, on offense, on defense, swinging the bat.
He hits one foul. The count now 2-1.
Craig Counsell made it a point, about a week and a half ago. We were just talking in the manager's office, and he said, for a young player, and Pete's only 22 years old, his preparation is outstanding. And his time commitment to that, of doing everything at the same time every day and giving it the same effort, you don't see that a lot in young players as he swings and fouls that one off the plate. But it was, for a veteran guy like Counts, obviously he's managed a long time, but played a long time, we learn that skill, right? You learn how to prepare yourself day after day after day to get to the big leagues and stay here. And to be 22 and have that, that's pretty good.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. The Cubs don't score. We go to inning number 3, 0-0 game. Cubs and Yanks. This is the score.
Well hit, deep right. The power of De La Cruz. 4 extra base hits. He just crushed his second homer of the game. What a souvenir. Reds get one back in a big way. His 3rd career multi-home run game.
Neal takes off, and this one towering high in the air toward right center. Siani as far as he can go. At the wall, won't get it. Devers has homered in his 5th straight game. So Devers ties a franchise record with a homer in his 5th consecutive game for the Red Sox. His hitting streak will be extended to 9 games. Holy moly.
How long does this go? When with a kid like this, you just never know.
Is crushed deep center off the top of the batter's eye. First pitch, center field. Frelick was deep coming on. He slides, it gets by. De La Cruz can fly. He storms to second. Churio gathers into the track. Windmill is on. Relay to the plate. De La Cruz save!
I don't know if it gets any more exciting.
All your bases by visiting BenjaminMoore.com for your nearest store location. Benjamin Moore is the official paint of the Chicago Cubs.
Top 3 Cubs and Yankees are scoreless. The 3rd inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Gleyber Torres will lead off the 3rd inning and take a strike. Torres led off the game with a single. The Yanks loaded the bags with 2 down in the 1st. But Wicks able to retire Jazz Chisholm on a comebacker. The Cubs have had 1 runner in each of the first 2 innings, both drawing base on balls. Suzuki in the 1st, Swanson in the 2nd. 0-0 game. Jordan Wicks missing outside. 2 now, 2 balls and a strike on Gleyber Torres. Yankees would appear to be playoff bound. They're 20 games above, 80 and 60. They're involved, and they have been involved with Baltimore for quite a race in that American League East all season long. Right now, Baltimore has a scant 1/2 game lead over the Yanks. Low and inside, that's ball 4. And it's a leadoff walk to Gleyber Torres. 3rd walk issued by Wicks. Scoreless game, the batter Juan Soto.
Now see if Jordan can pitch out of this issue here with Soto coming to the plate. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. The Yankees, you expected them to be a very good team. Baltimore, though, over the last couple of years has really just played good baseball.
Soto takes a strike, 0-1. Yankees have won 27 World Series championships, by far the most of any big league team. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Good call by Dan Merzel, the third base umpire. On the appeal, he said yes, he did swing, and now it's 0-2.
Soto very frustrated, but I think it's frustrated with himself that he chased that last breaking ball. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Soto struck out in the first inning. The left-hander Jordan Wicks ready for the 0-2. Low and outside, 1-2. Thinking about Torres drawing the walk run, I'm thinking a guy hitting in front of Soto and Judge probably is going to get some pitches to hit. I wouldn't want to walk anybody before facing those two guys.
No, I would absolutely agree.
Down low, and it's 2-2.
And if you recall, just about a half hour ago, we were talking about keys to the game for Wicks, and I said, try not to get up too late. He had a base hit. I was like, try not to let Torres get on base in front of them two, and he singled in his first at bat, and now here in the third, he walked, and now you got to face these two guys.
2-2. There's a base hit to right. Torres will go to second and hold on. Torres at second, base hit by Soto, and now two men on for Aaron Judge.
And now what is going to end up being the league's most valuable player, I got to believe. Now, the scouting report, when you see it, you know, he's got a lot of hot spots. Boy, you know, he can hit the ball a long way, but the down and away is what everybody talks about, and that's what the scouting report says.
Judge had a walk in the first inning. He takes high for a ball.
The thing about that today, Pat, of all days, as you were talking about the wind blowing out towards the right field corner, if you make a mistake outside and you elevate one and he hits it to right center, the ball's going to carry towards that 368 marker.
Swinging a foul at the plate. He does generate some bat speed.
The thing that amazes me is he's able to run the way he is, play center field, and be as big as he is. Right? Isn't that something?
Slightly open stance, holds the bat well away from his body, and the pitch on the way. Popped up foul off to the right, out of play, 1-2. Let's pause 10 seconds right here for station ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
They sit down the left field line. It'll drive in one. Happ plays the ball off the sidewall and gets it back in. It's an RBI double for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees lead 1-0. Sharp ground ball between Paredes and the third base line. And the Yankees, with a run in, have met at second and third, and still nobody out.
Yeah, and this is a pitch Wicks would like to have back. He's fortunate it ended up just getting hooked down the line. It's a breaking ball that they want it to be a backdoor breaking ball that ends up right in the middle of the plate, about mid-thigh, and Judge hooks it down into the corner.
And here's Austin Wells lining a base hit. This is going to drive in two. A base hit to left center, 2-run score, and just like that, the Yankees lead by a score of 3-0. Austin Wells, a 2-run single.
Another breaking ball. That's a little slider, and it goes down and away, but this is just a good piece of hitting by Wells. He was not trying to pull this ball. You had men in scoring position. He just goes with it. And as we've talked about many times, if you're a hitter and you want to be a productive guy with runners in scoring position, use the other side of the diamond. There's a lot of hits over there, and that's exactly what Wells did.
Still nobody out in the inning. The inning began with the base on balls, a single by Soto, a run-scoring double by Judge, and a 2-run single for Wells. Wells now with 44 runs batted in. Talked about guys hitting in front of Soto and Judge, hitting behind them. Think of all the RBI opportunities you'll get. Here is Giancarlo Stanton checking his swing and fouling it at the plate.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of guys that would like to jump in that situation and be able to hit behind them.
Although 51 times this year, Judge has made sure nobody was on base at the end of his plate appearance. Here's a high fly ball into right field. Should be playable for Bellinger. Drifting over toward the line, makes the catch. And that's out number 1. And a bunch of birds have landed on the ground and are just kind of strolling around in shallow right center. I'd say about 10 birds or so.
They knew it was Cubs-Yankees series. They just got a great seat. Check out the ball game.
One away. Here is Jazz Chisholm. Left-handed batter, bounced out his first time. Takes inside, ball 1. Wind blowing about as hard today as it has in quite some time. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. 1-1 on Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, left-handed hitter now with the way the wind's blowing. If he hits a ball to straight right and really gets into one, that ball's going to go a long way towards that right field corner.
The 1-1 is down low. 2-1. Wells at first, 1 away, 3 runs in. Yanks lead 3-0 here in the 3rd. Two 2-1 to Chisholm, swinging a foul back. 2-2.
Good fastball by Wicks inside. He's done pretty good with the left-handers. He's thrown some good fastballs inside. That has been maybe the best pitch he's thrown to the lefty. Is that inside two-seam fastball.
And now the 2-2. Fouled away by Chisholm. And a nice catch by a fan down to our left. We did not actually see it, but the reaction told me it was quite a play.
Yeah. Oh, tip of the cap, right? That had to be right down by Keith also, so probably protecting Keith. Keith Schramm, who is our guy down as you come up to the press box level.
We all wear media badges, and it's Keith's job to use a little electronic device on our badge. Here comes the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball got him. Chisholm is out number 2. Keith very cool though, very casual. Yeah. Sometimes he doesn't have the zapping device available and he just goes beep beep.
Yep. That means you're in.
It's a very official sound. Two down. Here is Rizzo. Anthony grounded out to short his first time. He takes a strike. 0-1. Rizzo, 35 years old now. He's out from mid-June until last week with that broken bone in his arm. A big lead at first, and the throw to first and picked off is Austin Wells. Wells started dancing off the bag, and then he slipped and fell about 15 feet away from first. And that's one of the easiest pickoff plays you'll ever see.
Wow, 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
strike 3 call. 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates.
Lawrence Butler time. He gets a hold of one early, and this ball's gonna fly on out. The growth he's seen over Butler. This one hit hard towards center field, and right on cue, Lawrence Butler adds another. Including chasing his last save opportunity. That ball is belted. Lawrence Butler does it again.
Oh, my God.
All tied up in the Queen City.
7 up, 7 down, all via the strikeout for Skeens.
11 strikeouts for Skeens. 6 innings of no-hit baseball in his first career start on the road. What a man!
Wow.
Paul Skeens! You gotta love it, Pittsburgh! He's yours! He's yours!
He did not disappoint. Came out, was spectacular.
His first major league win.
And the silver shoes.
Corey, oh my gosh. Corey, thank you so much. Please so much.
Month, and orange is the color for hunger action. Oh, I gotta go. But you can visit solvehungertoday.org to take action. Get going. Northern Illinois Food Bank. Neighbors empowered.
Miguel Amaya will lead off the bottom of the third. Let's see if the Cubs can answer the Yankees' 3-run rally with one of their own. The 0-1 pitch hit in the air to center. Judge going back, still going back near the track, makes the catch. Amaya put a charge in that one and sent Aaron Judge back near the center field warning track. 1 down, and here's Ian Happ.
That ball jumped off his bat. Just the wind kind of ate it up.
Now, technically, Ron, Austin Wells caught stealing. That's what the official ruling was. And caught stealing against the Cubs this year. Here's Ian Happ hitting a fly ball to deep left center. Again, Judge back with room, makes the catch. 2 hard hit balls, but 2 down. Now, normally we use the catcher's name to really put some salsa on that one to throw out the runner. But this time we're going to use Jordan Wicks. He was the pitcher who caught him stealing. So Jordan really put some salsa on that one to throw out the runner. Salsa King of Chicago reminds you that you can put salsa on everything within reason. Available at Jewel Osco and Mariano's. Michael Busch takes outside for a ball. Now, you said you actually had a chance to meet the Salsa King.
I have met the Salsa King. He is a regular in spring training, and him and Zach really hit it off, and that's how Zach ended up doing this commercials for the Salsa King. So, what do you put salsa on, Zach?
Nearly everything.
I heard nearly everything.
Nearly
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. On the way to Michael Busch. Ground ball right side, 1 hop, glove by Rizzo, turns, feeds the pitcher on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. All 3 hitters made good contact, but none able to cash in. We move to inning number 4.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
Ground ball up the middle. Polanco smothers, flips it out of the glove. Rehot's a bare hand. In time, the double play of the year. How can you not smile about that one? It's a terrific play all the way around. Wasn't sure he's going to get to it. The flip, barehanded, and then able to get the throw off to finish the double play. Yeah, Logan likes it.
Taylor Cruz is going to run on.
There he goes. The pitch is down. The throw down is offline. Ellie De La Cruz takes third base. and that is a monumental steal. That's his 60th swipe of the season. He is the 5th man in the modern era to have 20 homers and 60 steals. It's Joe Morgan, Ricky Henderson, Eric Davis, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Ellie De La Cruz.
Well, he has this one, no problem.
Restaurant quality salsa sold in Chicagoland stores. Get the Salsa King of Chicago at all Jewel and Mariano stores in fresh produce. The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Shitco Dry Clean Gasoline. When you start with Shitco, you're good to go. Remember, Cubs 4 out of the final wild card spot in the National League.
Anthony Rizzo lines a base hit to left. Leadoff single for Anthony. Ball landing in front of Ian Happ. Rizzo now 1 for 2. Grounded out to short his first time. Anthony Volpe, the batter. What else you got, Zach?
So the Mets and the Braves currently tied for that final wild card spot in the National League. They play tonight. Mets and Reds in New York. Atlanta hosting Toronto. Pat?
Cubs trail 3-0 at the end of 3. Rizzo at first. Volpe, a right-handed batter, waiting. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and accidentally fouls it away. He was going to lay down possibly a sacrifice, it appeared. The pitch came up and in. He was trying to get out of the way and almost accidentally made contact, fouling it off. Shallow at third is Paredes. The pitch bounces slowly towards second, glove by Horner. Tags out Rizzo, throws to first in time. Double play. Rizzo, I thought, might stop halfway in between as he saw Horner glove the ball in the baseline run, but Anthony pretty much ran right into an out.
Yeah, he got too far down the line, and then all of a sudden, Nico right in the baseline. Anthony with a base running mistake, and the Cubs benefit from that with an easy double play.
2 down, nobody on. Alex Verdugo will take low and outside.
And double plays turned by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Here comes the 1-0, lefty to lefty. There's a strike, 1-1. Going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Verdugo comes up empty on a big swing. I'm going to guess 38,983. 38983. Now the southpaw Wicks coming back 1-2. The ball dribbled foul toward first.
I'm going to say 40,100.
I'll go 39,800. And our engineer Ian Kuhn going with 40,277.
Here's the ball fouled away off to the left out of play. So we're all locked in. The Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Big thank you to Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat for being the official coffee sponsors of Cubs Radio, providing us with some delicious brands. Big Cat, Electric Avenue, and Positive Vibes, just to name 3. Breaking ball low and away. You too can buy Stella Blue Coffee at Mariano's, Jewel, Pick and Save, the Metro Market, or order online at StellaBlueCoffee.com. And the 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Stella Blue. Great purpose, better coffee. It's time to take back your mornings. Now the payoff pitch from Jordan Wicks. Up and in. He walks the number 9 hitter. Fourth walk yielded by Jordan Wicks in 4 innings. Remember, the walk started the 3-run rally in the 3rd. Here's Gleyber Torres.
And the 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking.
Not much familiarity, in fact, very little at all between Wicks and the Yankees. making his first career start against them, and no Yankees batters have faced Wicks in the big leagues. Now, in the minors, they probably crossed paths in a couple of cases. And the 0-1 to Torres, fisted foul out of play. Ron, who has the advantage when a pitcher and a batter have never seen one another, or does it vary depending on the success of a certain guy as opposed to the other?
I would say that it varies for sure. You know, there's certain guys that their style, let's say a really good hitter, and he's facing a pitcher that style fits right into his hot spot of hitting. That would, you know, mean that the hitter probably has a little advantage. I would say if you were to put a blanket statement over it, the advantage would be to the pitcher.
Until how many at-bats would that change?
I would say, you know, a handful, maybe even a little more, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. You know, in the game, the way the game is played now with all of the electronical devices, even in the, you know, guys having iPads in the dugout to look at their at-bats and what the pitcher is doing, that really helps. I would have loved to have had that ability instead of having to run to the, you know, video room, you know, in the game and then run back. I was never a fan of doing that in game. A lot of guys did, but to me, I wanted to be watching what was going on the field.
1-2 pitch to Torres, a changeup low and away, 2-2.
But now they had a shot in the second inning of Anthony Rizzo and Judge standing on the rail, and Judge had the iPad on the front rail just looking at his last at bat. Now they were pitching him.
Bounce to short, fielded by Swanson. Underhand feed to Horner. There's the force. That's the inning. Score that one 6-4 on the fielder's choice.
Adrian Del Castillo in his second major league game. It's a fly ball to right field, and he's the first player in Diamondbacks history whose first career home run is a walk-off winner. Diamondbacks win it. Unbelievable. His second big league game. That's his third hit tonight. His first major league home run is a walk-off winner.
Lawrence Butler time. He gets a hold of one early, and this ball's gonna fly on out. The growth he's seen over Butler. This one hit hard towards center field, and right on cue, Lawrence Butler adds another. Including his last save opportunity. That ball is belted. Lawrence Butler does it again.
Oh my God!
All tied up in the Queen City.
1-2. Strike. Well, that pitch not going to count. We have a balk? Yeah, we have a balk.
Yeah, I don't think he stopped. I don't think Boyle stopped.
And Judge takes advantage. High, deep, and gone. Aaron Judge gives the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Well, that balk eliminated a potential strike
out. Exactly.
And then Judge just smashed it to right field.
Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit ibji.com for locations.
Seiya Suzuki is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. And Guys League Leaders, sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals leading the majors in batting average, hitting .339. Aaron Judge, 51 home runs, 125 RBIs, leading the majors in both categories. He also leads in on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS. Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds, the stolen base leader, with 62, Pat.
All right, Zach. Luis Gil delivers inside to Seiya Suzuki. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Yankees lead 3-0. Cubs without a base hit so far. Let's see if Suzuki can get a hold of one as he takes a strike, 2-2. Gil has walked 2 and struck out 2 so far. Yankees got all of their runs in the third. Suzuki takes high.
And Bernstein and Holmes talk Cubs baseball on Chicago Sports every weekday from 10 to 2 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Still a group of birds on the outfield grass, keeping Aaron Judge company.
Yeah. I think they've multiplied. They went from 10 to about 25 now.
Suzuki strikes out swinging, and that's out number 1. One down. Cody Bellinger coming up.
No high breaking ball, top of the zone. Suzuki swung through it. Pitch clock powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game.
Bellinger bounced out to short. Let's see if he can crank up a rally. First pitch by Heel is outside. Heel lanky, 6'2", 185. Coming back 1-0. Swing and a miss by Bellinger. Good cut. Came up empty. A few more clouds have moved into the area. Just little patches of blue here and there. Very windy. And the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball foul, curling toward foul territory and out of play down the right field side.
And with Cody Bellinger hitting the heart of the lineup, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com.
We welcome all of you listening in wherever you might be. Many times this Friday afternoon game is the only game going on around the big leagues. And now the 1-2 to Bellinger. Swinging a foul off to the left, out of play.
Cody with a good swing in that last one just to spoil that last pitch. Good off-speed pitch down and away.
Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Third base umpire Merzel made the final decision on that call. Now the 2-2 from Luis Heel to Cody Bellinger. Ground ball fair, past a diving Rizzo down the right field line, base hit. It will go toward the corner and Bellinger will have a double. Rizzo dove toward the line, missed it by inches. The ball just fair. It's a 2-base hit for Bellinger. Cubs get their first hit of the day.
23rd double of the season for Belly, and he gets this pitch and hooks it. It's a little breaking ball. They want it to be a backdoor hook, but it ends up somewhat in the middle of the plate. Belly hits it past Anthony at first. Did not go all the way down into the corner. If it got all the way to the corner, it would have been a triple. It got cut off by Soto somewhat, and Belly ends up with a double.
Soto used to play for Washington, so he's played some games here at Wrigley Field in the past. And here is Isaac Paredes taking inside.
And doubles by Cubs hitters, sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport.
Now the group of birds on the grass, they've moved more toward dead center, almost directly in front of Aaron Judge. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. I would think that's a little bit of a distraction for Judge.
There's no doubt, but I would think that they know that they're standing right out there by the MVP, so they're going to get more TV time.
That's a good point, Ron. It really is. I should have considered that before I brought it up.
Judge doesn't seem to be too worried about him, does he? I guess if you're 6'7", 280, you don't worry about much down on the field.
Probably very true. Here's a pitch down low, 2-1. You wonder if anybody else will get a first place vote for MVP. Swinging a foul back, out of play. I'm talking about American League. Aaron Judge, with the year he's had, playing in New York, by far the most home runs, by far the most RBIs, and hitting well over 320. Is anybody else going to get a first place vote?
I would think probably not. I would think there's going to be, the next two guys are his own teammate, right? And that would be Soto in right. He's having a great year. And Bobby Witt Jr. would be the other guy at the top three.
Yeah.
But really, it's one, and then there's quite a bit of a jump down, even though both of those other two guys are having great years. Nobody's having a year like Judge.
Paredes swings and misses, and that's strike 3. Paredes strikes out for the second time today. 2 down, a man at second. Let's see if Nico Horner can drive in a run.
Now, to me, in this at-bat for Nico, see if he can use the other side of the field. Heel is proven that he's going to pitch away to the righties with that fastball and slider. He'll come up and in for show, but he's going to try to get you out away.
Nico fouled out to Rizzo in his first at-bat. Bellinger leads at second. The stretch by Heel and the 1-0. Bouncer out towards second base. Easy play for Torres, and that ends the inning. Cubs don't score, leave 1. Zach joins Ron in a moment at the end of 4.
Wow, 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
Strike 3 call. 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates.
Rafaela with a fly ball to right field, tagging up. It'll be Yoshida. He will scamper in to score. And there's a shot down the line. He hooks that one all the way to the track.
They have a day, Seidon. Double that clears them.
And that ball is out of here. What a day for Seidon Rafaela. There's a drive. That one sucked. Dahlbeck will score. 7 RBIs for Seidon Rafaela.
Pitch launched out towards left field, and it's gone. Shea Langoliers back on track indeed. Sit out towards center field, and far did it? It did! Shea Langoliers loves this ballpark. He swings at the first pitch. That is sent deep. Shea Langoliers, have yourself a game. A 3-homer game.
Paint to use this summer, look no further than North Sheffield Avenue. Benjamin Moore, the official paint of Wrigley Field.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Top of the 5th, Juan Soto leads things off by swinging at the first pitch from Jordan Wicks. A towering fly ball, shallow center, coming in Pete Crow Armstrong, and he makes the catch for out number 1. A first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. The Yankees with a 3-0 lead over the Cubs here in the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. The Bronx Bombers scoring 3 times in the 3rd. Aaron Judge stands in. Lefty-righty matchup, and the first pitch is up high from Wicks. Ball 1. Judge had an RBI double in that 3-run 3rd for the Yankees. Austin Wells, the cleanup man, followed with a 2-run single. Now the 1-0. That's up high, 2-0 the count on Judge, who's reached base twice, walked in the first, and then that RBI double in the 3rd. Powerful right-handed batter. The left-hander Wicks sets, kicks, and fires. Fouled away, out of play. Second deck off to the right by Judge, 2-1. So Judge now hitting at .324 on the year, with 51 home runs and 125 RBIs.
Yeah, we still got 22 games to go, 21 post game tonight for the Cubs, so they're right there. I haven't looked at their games played, but you still got 20-some games to still do damage.
Judge pops it up, right side foul, out of play.
And he has a hot week or two. You never know what those numbers can look like, but they say MVP, I can tell you that.
He's a force. The Yankees coming into play today with a record of 80-60. Wicks is ready. Now the 2-2. Judge grounds one to short. Fielded on one hop by Swanson. His throw across in time. 2 away.
Good pitch by Wicks to get the little rollover ground ball. One hopper to Dansby at short. Good fastball up and away. This game today, well, you know, and I'm sure Anthony told all these guys about the conditions here at Wrigley, and you know, and I'm sure Anthony did not speak kindly about the wind here at Wrigley when it's blowing the way it is. We heard him in his pregame presser talking about looking at the lake and seeing it was choppy and that meant wind blowing in. So that does help the Cubs and the mindset of some of these guys that can really bang the baseball for the Yankees.
Austin Wells at the plate. Takes a changeup low. The count now 1-1.
But Wrigley Field can play like two entirely different ballparks, with the wind blowing in and then with the wind blowing out.
Wells takes a ball up high, a fastball that missed. The count is 2-1. Cubs have some activity in their bullpen. Right-hander Keegan Thompson has begun warming up. The next pitch by Wicks will be number 92. Here it comes. Wells fouls it away. Off to the left, out of play. 2-2. Wind blowing from left to right at the moment here at the friendly confines on a mostly cloudy day. Here's the 2-2. That's low. 3-2 the count. A changeup that missed. Did you ever look at the lake as your indicator for the wind coming to the ballpark?
No, but no, I did not.
The payoff pitch, foul back by Wells.
When I was playing here, I did not live to where the route coming to the park was along the lake. I lived a couple blocks from the lake, but never had to take like Lakeshore Drive to get here. Mm-hmm. And I would come up Sheffield Avenue to get here. But if you stepped outside with the morning coffee and you felt it cool, wind's blowing in. If you stepped outside the morning coffee and it was a little warm, big smiles. Good day to hit.
Called strike 3. Wells takes a fastball that freezes him from Wicks, and the Yankees go down in order here in the top.
Ground ball up the middle. Polanco smothers, flips it out of the glove. Rehot's a bare hand. Wow. In time, the double play of the year. How can you not smile about that one? It's a terrific play all the way around. Wasn't sure he's going to get to it. The flip, barehanded, and then able to get the throw off to finish the double play. Yeah, Logan likes it. Here's the payoff. A high rising drive. This is blasted out of here. Watch out all the way up top. Cal Raleigh with a go-ahead 7th inning grand slam.
Exit velocity of 110. That's a home run.
You don't see too many way up there.
No.
First career grand slam for Cal Raleigh.
For everything Subaru, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shop online at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
There is still time to host friends, family, or clients at a Cubs game. Discounted group tickets are available for games in September at Wrigley Field. For details, visit cubs.com/groups. Cubs playing catch-up here in the last of the 5th, the opener of a 3-game set against the Yankees. The Bronx Bombers with a 3-0 lead. Dansby Swanson, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Miguel Amaya due up for the Cubs, 7, 8, and 9 in the order against right-hander Luis Gil. Cubs have just one hit. A double by Cody Bellinger in the 4th. Swanson digs in. He walked his first time up in the 2nd. Right-handed batter stands deep in the box, uses a slight toe tap. Hill faces home plate, now works his motion and the pitch. Swanson swings and pops it up on the infield, right in front of home plate. Now in foul territory, Rizzo racing over, and the first baseman makes the catch closer to home plate in foul territory down the line. Then first, one away.
Now Anthony's made that play as much as anybody in a Cubs uniform ever as he comes running in from first base. He understands the wind and the factors that it plays. It's a very difficult play for the catcher to run up the lines either way outside of the on-deck circles, and Anthony with a nice job of making a catch.
Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Corner infielders crashing. The first pitch is tap foul at the plate, 0-1. If you're wondering about the birds that Pat was talking about out in the outfield earlier, they have moved away from Aaron Judge, and now they're hanging with Alex Verdugo, the Yankees left fielder. Here's the pitch to Crow Armstrong. He pops it foul out of play off to the left in the hole, 0-2. And if you're wondering about Anthony Rizzo in his return to Wrigley Field, 1 for 2 so far this afternoon, a ground out and a single. Rizzo was honored with a video tribute prior to the start of this one. Got a rousing ovation. Here's the 0-2. Crow Armstrong swings and misses. A 96-mile-per-hour heater, 2 away. And then before Rizzo's first at-bat, got another great ovation. Doffed the batting helmet to the fans. And the Cubs played his walk-up music, Intoxicated, which became very famous during his time here. Miguel Amaya at the plate with 2 away, and he looks at a pitch high and inside, a slider, 1-0. Yankees with a 3-0 lead here with 2 away in the last of the 5th. Some Cubs staffers had some fun with Rizzo as he got off the bus today, as Amaya swings and misses, 1-1. He misses a fastball. He kind of gave him the treatment. Remember the movie Coming to America, when King Jaffe Joffer had the roses and the great welcome everywhere he went? That's kind of how the staffers greeted Rizzo as he had the treatment. Amaya swings and misses at a slider, 1-2. And when he got to his locker, he didn't have a regular chair. He had one of those fancy chairs. Here's the 1-2. A ground ball hit to Rizzo. He fields it cleanly, jogs to the bag, steps on the cushion. That's out number 3. Amaya is retired as the Cubs go down in order here in the 5th. After 5, it's the Yankees with a 3-0 lead over the Cubs. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to...
Well hit deep right. The power of De La Cruz. 4 extra base hits. He just crushed his second homer of the game. What a souvenir. Reds get one back in a big way. His 3rd career multi-home run game.
Here's a drive, sucked the other way to left field deep. Palacios back. It is gone! Rafi Devers has done it. He has set a new Red Sox record by homering in 6 consecutive games. He goes oppo against Taj Bradley. Goodness gracious, he is some kind of hot.
History. We're looking at Red Sox history. This has never happened in the history of the Boston Red Sox.
Raffaello with a fly ball to right field, tagging up. It'll be Yoshida. He will scamper in to score. And there's a shot down the line. He hooks that one all the way to the track.
Hey, have a day, Seidon. Double, then clears them.
And that ball is out of here. What?
Go. G32. Good to go to a lumberjack competition. I'm going to move my car. New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease, Bosch tools are built to keep workers in the zone and off the bench. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Russ Robin from Arlington Heights, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $50 if a Northsider hits a home run this inning. You can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Russ. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. Pat?
Keegan Thompson is the new Cubs right-handed pitcher as we go to the 6th inning. First pitch strike to Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton has walked and flied to right. Yankees lead 3-0 in the 6th. Swinging a foul back, 0-2. Cubs starter Jordan Wicks worked 5 innings. Allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. The runs were all earned, and they came in a span of 4 batters in the 3rd inning. Here's a ground ball out to short, gloved by Swanson. Routine play, and that's out number 1. Stanton bounces out to short, and the batter Jazz Chisholm Jr. If you're just joining us, the Yankees got their runs in the 3rd. Gleyber Torres with a leadoff walk. Juan Soto singled. Aaron Judge doubled down the left field line to make it 1-0, and then Austin Wells added a 2-run single to left. Here's a bouncing ball to second off the bat of Chisholm. Easy play for Horner, and that's out number 2. Cubs offense, Ron, just has been stymied so far by Luis Gil.
Yeah, Gil has thrown the ball well, and you knew he could. He's got that in him, there's no doubt. As Anthony coming to the plate again with another nice ovation, but he's a guy with a great arm, and if he's throwing strikes and has command of the fastball slider, he's going to be difficult. It's when he doesn't have command, but that has not been the case tonight. Only 2 walks so far in the game from him, and he's been pitching around the strike zone.
Thompson with a 1-0 count on Anthony Rizzo. The next pitch. Anthony takes down low.
Be careful here on 2-0 with Anthony at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. What do you think he's trying to do?
Launch?
Yeah. He's aiming for Lake Michigan.
Full bleacher crowd today all the way around. And the 2-0. Ball 3 low and away. He's looking at Rizzo's 2016 season. 109 runs batted in. 32 home runs. Gold glove for defense at first. He takes inside for a ball. And his batting average was .292. Now that's a full year, Ron.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Yeah, it's just not that long ago, and you start thinking about guys hitting in the 290s to 310s, and now you look at that, and and it hasn't been that long, and all of a sudden now a guy hits 260, 270, and that's like, wow, he's having a really good year.
Volpe will take outside. Anthony Volpe has lined out and bounced into a double play. As you say that, that's the thing to me that makes Giancarlo, or rather, and Aaron Judge. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way. Volpe takes inside. But Aaron Judge, with the 51 homers, he's hitting .323. So it's not just the power. There's a lot of singles and doubles in there, too.
Well, that's why he's got the 124 RBIs, because, you're not taking a ton of walks, even though people are walking you. But you're doing a lot of damage. You're putting the ball in play, and you're getting a lot of hits. You're one of the league leaders in hitting all year long, and you're hitting. You're a well-rounded player, I guess, is the way you know. That's why you're MVP. You're the best hitter in the game.
The 2-1 pitch to Volpe is fouled away.
They say the RBI number doesn't matter nearly as much and doesn't carry the weight unless you have a guy that has them. Then it does, because now you've got 2 guys in the middle of their lineup. That one has 98 RBIs and another has 124.
2-2 to Volpe, pulled foul at third. Foul ball. Dan Merzel made the call. It almost from this angle looked like the ball jumped directly over the bag. No argument from the Yanks. Merzel also kind of jumping to his right to avoid being hit by the ball, Ron.
Yeah, this is really close. It just does hook foul. So we get a nice camera shot from the down the line third base from that left field foul pole camera, and it's just foul. But from our vantage point, it did look like it went right over the bag.
Now the 2-2 to Volpe is down low for a ball. You mentioned they say, whoever they are, saying that RBIs are not important. I'm not really sure why they would say that.
Well, the theory is that they're a product of where you hit in the lineup and things like that. And, I just go, well, that's fine. But then if your number 8 hitter has a bunch of RBIs for that spot, that's good too. I just think when you teach guys and put in their head how important it is to be a run producer and driving in runs or touching home plate and being the guy scoring runs, when you learn those two skills, you're a very valuable guy.
3-2 pitch from Keegan Thompson. It's looped into shallow right center field on the run. Crow Armstrong makes a sliding backhanded catch. Great range by that young man. Pete Crow Armstrong took a base hit away from Anthony Volpe. Yankees don't score, leave 1, middle of inning number 6. Yankees 3, Cubs nothing. This is the score.
You're one of the wisest players on the team, Capricorn, but occasionally you come across a problem that you can't solve alone. You might want to improve your pitch recognition or jumps on stolen base attempts, but you can't figure out how to do it solo. Turning toward your teammates when you find yourself in a bind will help you come to a solution in record speed.
Wow, 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
Strike 3 call. 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates.
Cam Collier out towards right field. This one heading back for the bullpen at the wall. See you later. Cam Collier breaks this one open. A 1-0 lead on a 1-0 pitch.
Cam Collier, MVP of the 2024 All-Star Futures game.
It was an amazing moment. It's something I'll never forget.
Go to newlennox.net today and start the adventure. New Lennox, it's extraordinary.
Ian Happ is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Pat?
First pitch to Ian Happ. Zach is outside for a ball. Cubs need some offense. They've managed only 1 hit and no runs through 5 innings. Ian Happ swings. The bat goes flying. The ball fouled away. The bat ended up hitting the screen above the first base dugout. That was some serious hang time on a thrown bat.
That's a big league bat toss. That wins so far this year.
Thank goodness for the screen. You don't want that thing going into the stands.
That would have been 15, 20 rows deep.
Ian Happ now goes over to put a little, I hope he puts a little pine tar on his hands.
Jordan Baker says, Ian asked the guy, I'm going to go put pine, please. Let's try that again. Yep, go ahead.
1-1 on Ian. Cubs trail 3-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Luis Gil making his 79th pitch. Fastball strike.
The pitch clock is important, but it's not that important. You know what I mean?
It's right. Gil has given up 1 hit. He's walked 2. And at no time have the Cubs had more than 1 man on base. It's a strange game. You go back to Wednesday night's game. The Cubs had 12 runs on 17 hits in their easy win over the Pirates. Swing and a miss, and Happ is out number 1. And that's another mystery of baseball, Ron. Why in the game right after you score in double figures the next game, and I don't know the reason why. It seems like you always struggle to score.
I don't have that answer. Been a part of that many times as a player. Yeah, I would agree.
Michael Busch, 0 for 2, has fouled out and bounced out. Swings and misses.
And Cubs pitching change. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Cubs trailing by 3 runs. And that's another thing. When you're not hitting and you only have 1 hit, the 3 seems like a much bigger number than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the 1-1. Busch swings and misses in the count 1-2.
Yeah, a day like today, you know, just getting base runners has been difficult. 2 walks in the ball game and 1 base hit, so the Cubs have not put a lot of pressure on Heel at all.
And now the 1-2 pitch on the way to Busch. Ground ball right side. Rizzo gloves it on a sliding stop. Spins and throws to the pitcher covering the bag. Good play by Anthony. Saw him make that play a few hundred times in his days as a Cub. He's got very good hands for a big man.
Great hands and a very good throwing arm for a first baseman. He throws the ball exceptionally well.
Anthony also very tall at 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". And that height came in very handy on that final out of the World Series back in 2016 when Chris Bryant came over near the mound to field that little slow bouncer, and he slipped a little bit and looked like the throw was going to sail on him. No worries. Anthony reached up above his head, caught it, and that's when the celebration began. Can that really be almost 8 years ago?
I know, right?
The 0-2 to Suzuki. Lifted foul off to the right, out of play.
Designated hitters for the Cubs. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or either Elmhurst or Lyle's showrooms.
Getting close to a station break. We'll pass one along here soon. And the strike 2 pitch to Suzuki. Strike 3 called. Inning over. Cubs do nothing. We go to inning number 7. Yankees 3, Cubs nothing on the score. And the
rookie Adrian Del Castillo in his second major league game. It's a fly ball to right field, and he's the first player in Diamondbacks history whose first career home run is a walk-off winner. Diamondbacks win it. Unbelievable. His second big league game. That's his 3rd hit tonight. His first major league home run is a walk-off winner.
And it is the 9th stolen base tonight by the Red Sox. Hamilton picks another 9 stolen bases in a game.
Club record, the Red Sox steal their 9th base. Their 9th base of this game, and David Hamilton has 4 of them. Let's check the club record for steals in a game individually, but there's the club record 9 of 10 tonight. Can you believe it?
The knee kick. 2-1 fly ball left center field. Ohtani obliterated. That man is just built different. 451 feet on his 18th home run of the year. Now he turns on the first pitch of the 6th inning. Ohtani's done it again. 19th of the season, doubling the Dodger lead.
The one back in the 3rd inning was his 2nd longest one of the year. This might have been the most majestic one.
Control problems. Visit NorthShore.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You are listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley, Zach Zaidman working alongside. Our engineer is Ian Kuhn at the controls. We thank you for joining us. Verdugo bounces one slowly and foul toward the first baseline. 0-2 on the number 9 hitter.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Yankees got all of their runs in a 4-batter span in the 3rd inning. Torres walked, Soto singled, Judge doubled to drive in 1, Wells singled to drive in the other 2. Bouncing ball foul past first. We'll be right out here again tomorrow. Game 2 in the series. Right-handers will start. Clark Schmidt against Javier Assad. And Garrett Cole will oppose Jameson Taillon on Sunday. Now the 0-2 backs the left-handed batter away. Yankees leading 3-0. This was the date back in 1995 that Cal Ripken broke the seemingly unassailable record of Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Verdugo is out number 1. That was one of those numbers growing up as a young baseball fan. You saw the all-time homers with, at that time it was Babe Ruth with 714, and then you saw the consecutive game streak. You thought, how could anyone ever play 2,130 straight games? But that's what Lou Gehrig did back in the 1920s and 30s. And then Cal Ripken came along and not only broke the record, he shattered it. Cal went on to play 2,632 straight. Pitched low and outside for a ball. I did some figuring, Ron. If you played 13 seasons with 162 in each year, that's 13 times 162, you come out with 2,106. Gleyber Torres takes down low. Yankees lead 3-0. We're in the 7th inning. So you'd still be short of 2130 by 24 games. So you got to play 13 seasons plus another full month virtually to break that record, which is amazing. A swing and a miss, especially playing shortstop, where you're involved in guys sliding in and trying to break up double plays.
And that's an unprotected shortstop like they are now, where you could slide away from the bag. As long as you were in an arm's reach of the bag to touch it, you could slide away from the bag to break up a double play.
Now the 2-2 pitch to Gleyber Torres. And it's just outside for ball 3. But he broke the record on this date at Oriole Park at Camden Yards in 1995. And then he made that spontaneous tour around the outfield, high-fiving fans all the way around that park. Bounce to short, fielded by Swanson, over to first in time. And that's out number 2. Torres bounces out. 3-0 Yankees, 7th inning, and the batter Juan Soto.
Well, Keegan Thompson coming in and doing a very nice job. A little tight slider there to get the little ground ball.
Eddie Murray had his 500th home run on this date back in 1996 as Juan Soto takes down low. Did you play any games against Eddie Murray?
Oh, yeah, many games, yeah. I was there when he got his 3,000th hit.
Oh, yeah. It was at the Metrodome, right?
I was at first base the day he got his 3,000. Yeah. Boy, what a hitter he was.
Switch hitter with power, good fielder.
He ended up finishing his career in Cleveland when they were really on a roll.
That's right.
Oh, my gosh. Talk about adding another guy in the middle of their lineup that could just break.
They got to the World Series, didn't they, in 95?
Yep.
They lost to the Atlanta Braves.
That was a lineup that I believe had Manny Ramirez hitting 8th or 9th and Jim Thome hitting 8th or 9th. How about that? Think of that.
Wow.
Right?
Thome went on to hit over 600 home runs.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, two guys that were two of the best hitters to ever play our game, and that's where they were hitting in the lineup, way down at the bottom. Maybe Jimmy 7th. But I remember looking at the World Series lineup because, I was new in the big leagues and had, known Jimmy for a while, and I'm like, if he's hitting down there, what are them other guys like?
Here comes the 3-1, and it's lifted to deep left center. Going back is Happ on the track with a play, dancing underneath it, makes the catch. Soto retired, and so are the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch. It's New York 3 and the Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take me out to the ball game. Comedian, podcast host, Chicago native, and Cubs fan Andrew Santino.
All right, Cubs fans, I want to hear you good and loud. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root. Root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame for it. Strike you're out at the old ball game. I love you, Chicago.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Pat, you know what sounds...
Time for the great mascot race. Ready? Go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. It's a wild crowd. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. It's the play at the plate. It's Slider. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Well hit deep right.
Quality paper stock options. Banners, business cards, venues, and more. We make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop prints that pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
First outs in each of these last few innings. Sponsored by Xfinity. You can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Right-hander Jake Cousins is the new man pitching for the Yankees. 6 shutout innings for Luis Gil. Cubs need some offense, and they need it soon. Cody Bellinger takes outside. Sometimes, Ron, there's a sense of relief just to see a starter that dominant leave the game.
No doubt. Absolutely. Gil threw the ball exceptionally well. Had good command today. That has been his Achilles heel a little bit, is command, but that was not the issue today. I think in the ball game when you have 2 walks in the game, all game, yeah.
7th inning stretch sponsored by Volvo plug-in hybrid vehicles, electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more.
And our reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Cousins, 31 games of work for the Yanks. He's only worked 33 innings, so a lot of short relief stints. 2.73 ERA. He's been effective.
And opponent's pitching change is sponsored by Sloan, fish and water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
Bellinger fouls it away. Bright sunshine at Wrigley. Still some clouds in the sky, but right now it's as bright as it's been all day. Bellinger has grounded out and doubled. Paredes and Horner to follow. Low and inside, 3-2 on Cody Bellinger. We're going to name the catch of the game here as we move along. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines.
Could have had it last inning, eh? Pete Crow Armstrong with that sliding catch coming in.
That's the one. Payoff pitch. Chopped foul. Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Discover the best of the Midwest at catchdesmoines.com. Bellinger just trying to get on base any way he can to start a Cubs rally. The 3-2. Ball 4. There's a start. You've heard that phrase ever since you were 8 or 9 years old. A walk is as good as a hit. I would say not always, but in a case like this, it is.
Absolutely. You're down runs. You're looking for base runners. Cubs down 3-0 in this game, so you need base runners.
Here is Isaac Paredes. Isaac has struck out twice. Cousins fires. Curveball strike. Paredes average at .226. Big hole on the right side. Torres way over near second. Paredes chops it slowly toward third. Rolling foul. And that ball stayed fair. It might have been a base hit. Chisholm was going to let it go.
Yeah, I think that's a base hit. But it bounced twice, once in the grass, once in fair territory. Down the line in the dirt, and then once it hit the dirt, then it started going foul.
Huge crowd at Wrigley, ready to make some noise. Cubs trailing 3-0. And Paredes swings and misses, strike 3, and that's out number 1. Paredes strikes out for the 3rd time today.
That's a breaking ball down and away. Paredes out in front. And just swings through this hook.
Let's see if Horner can get on. Nico wearing the bright white batting gloves on either hand. And Horner will take down low for a ball. He has popped out to first and bounced out to second. Cubs have won 10 of their last 13, trailing today. Fastball strike from Cousins. Bellinger being held by Rizzo at first. Horner takes way outside for a ball. The count 2-1. When I see a breaking ball missed by that much, I think they're going to go to a fastball on the very next pitch.
Yeah, very well could be.
Do you agree with that?
Yep. Depends on the catcher, too. Sometimes you got to scout the catcher as much as you do the pitcher. Because sometimes the catcher, as a veteran catcher, will be like, no, you need to throw that one again because you got to get a feel for it. And sometimes they like, but you'll know the catchers that do that. That's something that doesn't happen often, but there are guys out there.
Inside, here's a ball that missed to Horner, 3-1.
And there it was, right? The first one was real bad, then he came back with it. Now, you've missed twice with a break ball. This has got to be fastball. I'm looking dead red if I'm hitting.
The pitch to Nico. There's a fastball right down the middle. Now it's 3-2. By the way, walks by opposing pitcher, sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. The 3-2. Line foul down the left field line. Went to a slider on that 3-2 pitch. The significance of Nico's at bat, if he gets on, the Cubs have the tying run at the plate. And Dansby Swanson, one of the hottest hitters of late, is on deck. The payoff. Grounded weakly to third. Glove by Chisholm goes to second. One over to first. Not in time. Fastball jammed him in on the hands. It becomes a fielder's choice. 2 down now, and Horner at first, and the batter is Swanson.
Yeah, two-seamer running in on the hands of Nico. Broke his bat. Hit a little two-hopper to Chisholm. You knew they weren't going to turn two. Nico always hustling and runs extremely well. Beat the throw fairly easily.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, by the way, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Swanson has walked and fouled out. A stolen base attempt would be very risky right now. The Cubs trail by 3. Rizzo is holding Horner at first. Swanson will take a strike. 0-1. Anthony and Horner were teammates from 2019 until 21 when Anthony got traded. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Swanson. 0-2.
And always the first out. Sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Swanson trying to keep the inning alive. Pete Crow Armstrong has some power. He would be the tying run if he can bat in this inning.
Cousins having some issues. I don't know if he's got something in his eye and he's walking around. Something's a little unsettling to him.
Short lead at first by Horner. The pitch outside to Dansby. 1-2. Time and temperature brought to you by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Cousins delivers. Horner runs. The pitch low and away. The throw to second. Nobody covering. And Horner will go to third. The throw went into center field. The catcher Wells assumed that either Volpe or Torres would cover the bag. Neither man was there. I think Torres expected Volpe to cover. Torres tried to make a diving stop in back of the bag. Couldn't get leather on it. You almost never see that in the big leagues, Ron.
No, that's a mistake by Torres. He fell asleep. There's no doubt. That's his play. He's got to be at the second base bag. And he just fell asleep on the play. The throw went right over the second base bag and into center field. That's a tough error for the catcher Wells.
Perfect throw. Now a man at third. Swanson swings and misses, and that ends the inning. Cubs do not score. We've played 7 innings. It's the
Phillies than anybody else. That one's out to left. That's pretty well hit. Hernandez is going back on the run out to the scoreboard, and it is gone! Swing and a hot shot out toward right center field. That's got a chance. It is gone! Out to center field. That one's well hit. Going back is Pages. It is gone! He's hit one to left. He's hit one to right. And now he hits one to center field. That's pretty well hit. It's off the top of the wall. He's got himself a triple. Off the hands. Garcia lets it drop. Everybody's safe. It's another hit. Weston Wilson hits one out to right. It's gone! He's a double short of the cycle. Drive out to right center field. This might do it. It will do it! Weston Wilson is going to get to second. He's got the cycle.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
How awesome is that?
Weston Wilson.
Oh, my.
This ball's crushed to deep left. Back on it is Donovan. It's out of here. First big league homer for James Wood. A 3-run shot to the opposite field. And the 21-year-old will circle the bases, putting his team on top here 7-0.
Elevate to celebrate, and James Wood demolishes this ball.
else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Top of the 8th inning here at Wrigley on a beautiful day. Cubs down 3-0. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Patrick?
Roddy, we just received the official attendance today, 40,101. Aaron Judge leads it off. And the pitch on the way to Judge, a swing and a foul back.
$40,101, you said.
Sean Armstrong, by the way, is the new pitcher. Yes, I did say that,
Okay.
and it's significant because here's the 1-1 now to Judge. Breaking ball is outside to the big man. Your guess was 40,100. You were off by one fan.
I knew I should have brought somebody to the ballpark today.
The 2-1 to Judge. The big man swings and misses. And according to Zach Zaidman, the unofficial attendance historian,
oh my,
it is the closest guess ever. So for those media members who would like to talk to Ron, he will be available right after today's game.
Kind of.
He'll be.
If you can catch me, you can talk to me. Good luck.
He will be walking to his car, so you'll have to talk on the move. Here comes the 2-2. A high pop-up, shallow right. Does anybody see it? Bellinger over near the sidewall. That ball blows out of play. That ball started off about 45 feet fair, and the wind just kept pushing it toward that sidewall. And it's going to be just a routine foul ball, and the at-bat will continue. 2-2 on Aaron Judge. But that's a remarkably close guess, Ron. It really is. And I will let you have this official tabulation sheet for some Coomer scrapbook material. I want to put that on your front door at home. Here's the 2-2 now on Aaron Judge. The pitch. Swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Armstrong gets him on a sharp breaking ball. That's out number 1.
On the front door? I'll tell you what, I'd be happy to sign it for you, and you can put it on the front of the front door at the Hughes house.
Mine is cluttered with several of those already.
Oh, God. Okay.
Sign that thing, throw it on eBay, and see what you got. Austin Wells, the batter, he will take a strike. Wells had a 2-run single in the 3rd. Judge had an RBI double in that same inning, and that's the extent of the scoring. 3-0 New York. It's getting late. 8th inning. Wells takes high and outside. It's 1-1. Cubs pitching changes. Cubs pitching changes. Those are always brought to you by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs. The left-handed batting Wells fouls it away. 1-2.
And stolen bases. For every stolen base this season, Turo Tire will make a donation to Keeping Families Covered. That's a Turo Tire.
Yeah, Sean Armstrong, one of the newest members of the staff, delivers. The pitch fouled away. First out sponsored by Xfinity in this 8th inning. You know, you can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. And especially when you're only one off in the attendance game.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Wells. It misses outside, and the count 2-2.
Armstrong on your front door.
Sure.
That was I'm still thinking about that. Yeah.
Sign it real nice. Big old Coom Dog signature. And then maybe an arrow that says, "That's me." Full count on Austin Wells.
I was one of my friends once told me, well, it's good to have options.
It's all things to consider. Some more seriously than others.
Yeah.
Pitch fouled away by Austin Wells.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers today. They're sponsored by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
Armstrong works quickly. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Low and inside. He has walked Austin Wells. 8th inning, 1 away, 1 on. New York leading 3-0, and the batter Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, the Cubs could use a few of these RBIs by Cubs hitters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. And Safe at the Plate kind of goes along with it. They're sponsored by Grainger. Think safety, think Grainger.
Swing and a miss by the big man, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton today walked, flied out, and grounded out. Right-hander to right-hander. Sean Armstrong of the Cubs deals. Here's a liner one, hop glove by Horner. Feeds Swanson over to first, double play. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Very hard-hit ball, but once it was gloved cleanly, it was an automatic twin killing. We go to the bottom.
1-2. High fly ball. Deep center field. Meadows is there! Parker Meadows thieves a home run from Raleigh. He planted, he jumped, and he made himself into a poster.
Oh, 6'5". Look at this.
There it is, and this ball's hit a long way to right center field. And Doyle leaps. He got it. He made the catch. He got it. He made the catch. Are you kidding me? You won't see better. What a play by the Gold Glover, Brent Doyle.
Timed it perfectly, jumped and stole it.
You got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable.
Churio struck out his last time up.
Churio, deep right center. Back it goes and gone! First big league homer for Jackson Churio. Using the big part of the field.
And where does he hit it? To the opposite field, right? I mean, that is impressive for a young kid like that. Number 1 for Churio. Gotta love it. He's a good one. He's going to be good for a long time.
Try North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Come to Wrigley Field to cheer on your Cubs. Visit cubs.com to purchase tickets. And guys, the out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. This is currently the only game being played in the majors. This one at Wrigley Field. The Cubs have a 3-0 lead. I should say the Yankees have a 3-0 lead over the Cubs as we head to the last of the 8th. Cubs began play today 4 games in back of both the Braves and Mets for that final wildcard spot in the National League. Atlanta hosting Toronto tonight while the Mets and Reds play in New York. Pat?
And unlike for about the last 2 to 3 weeks, Zach and Ron, the Cubs are chasing 2 different teams for that number 3 spot. It has been Atlanta, but Atlanta lost yesterday. The Mets and Atlanta now tied for the number 3 spot. So basically the Cubs have to hope both of them lose on the same day in order to gain any ground. And right now the Cubs are trailing 3-0, and it's getting very late. Bottom of the 8th inning. Tommy Kahnle, right-hander, the new pitcher for the Yanks. Pete Crow Armstrong swings and misses at the first offering. Chisholm daring for Armstrong to lay down a bunt. He swings and misses, and the count 0-2. Pete struck out twice against the starter Luis Heel. Kahnle wears The black socks hiked all the way up near the knees. And now the big right-hander fires. Here's a ground ball right side. Rizzo bobbles, picks it up, throws to first, and in time. Anthony knocked it down, made a quick recovery. Canley hustled over to cover the bag, and Crow Armstrong out by an eyelash at first base.
Yeah, close play at first base. Pete Crow Armstrong flying down the line, a little frustrated. He's had a tough day today at the plate. Great hustle by Pete, but Anthony recovers from knocking that ball down pretty well and threw a strike to Canley to get Pete.
One down, bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees 3, Cubs nothing. Mike Tauchman is going to bat for Miguel Amaya. Let's see if Tauchman can get on to crank up a Cubs rally. Ian Happ is on deck. Tauchman will take inside for ball 1. Opposing pitching changes. Those are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Strike call to Tauchman, 1-1. Yankees trying to climb 21 games above 500. Looking for their 81st win. Tauchman takes outside, 2-1. Inside ball 3, 3-1. Tauchman would gladly take a walk right here.
Yeah, you need base runners, that's for sure. Cubs down 3-0. See if he can flip over the lineup. If Michael can get on base, flip that lineup over, he might be able to do a little damage.
Swing and a miss, 3-2. Please stay tuned for the toast of the game, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot, coming up in the 9th inning. Sponsored by Benny's and named by Ron Coomer. Cubs have been held to just 1 hit today. Bellinger's double in the 4th inning. Tauchman strikes out on a sneaky curveball, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, a little breaking ball down by the ankles. This is a good hook. Tauchman chased that one.
Ian Happ with 2 down and nobody on, bottom of the 8th inning. And he'll look at ball 1 from Tommy Canley. Please stay tuned for Zach's postgame show later on. And a pitch on the way, and Happ will take a pitch high, ball 2. Stay tuned for the It's Not a Game, Illinois.com Cubs radio postgame show. Canley from the stretch. The 2-0. Slapped foul off to the left out of play. Upper deck. Cubs with a matter of feast or famine offensively, it would seem, of late. Pitch high. They scored a ton of runs on that road trip in both Pittsburgh and Washington.
Yeah.
Then came home and were stymied by the Pirates the first 2 games before erupting for a dozen on Wednesday. And now back into the deep freeze here today. A swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Cubs do nothing. We go to the 9th inning. Yankees 3, Cubs nothing.
Rookie Adrian Del Castillo in his second major league game. Oh! It's a fly ball to right field, and he's the first player in Diamondbacks history whose first career home run is a walk-off winner. Diamondbacks win it. Unbelievable. His second big league game.
That's his third hit tonight. His first Major League home run is a walk-off winner. And that will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Toward short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
And that'll bring up Rizzo, sitting on 299 career home runs. High fly ball, deep right center. That ball is gone. See ya! Home run number 300 for Anthony Rizzo. A 2-run shot, and the Yankees lead 15-5. 161st player in big league history to hit that number 300.
It is the fourth selection from Butler, Guerrero,
The DR is in the house. Stop playing with our hair.
Strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty. We go to the ninth inning. Cubs trail 3-0. Cubs make another pitching change. Cubs pitching changes are brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Trey Wingenter is the new Cubs hurler. Big, tall, long-legged right-hander. Works to Jazz Chisholm Jr. It's low and inside for ball one. Wingenter works over on the first base side of the rubber. He fires a strike, 1-1. Wingenter got into 2 games with the Red Sox this year, worked a grand total of 2 1/3 innings. The next offering fouled away off to the left. It'll drop out of play.
Yeah, he's got 89 1/3 innings pitched in the big leagues over the last few years. 5.84 ERA for him in the big leagues. Did a very good job in AAA this year. 38 appearances, under a 3 ERA in 48 1/3 innings.
And the 1-2 by the big right-hander. It rides high, ball 2. Ron, you came up with a good idea regarding the at our best moment of the game. And the at our best moment of the game is sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine. The next offering, low and inside, bounces past the catcher, Amaya. Actually, there's a new catcher in the game now, Christian Bethancourt. Bethancourt doing the Cubs catching in this ninth inning. But Ron, what was your idea for the best moment of the game today?
Well, as of so far, there hadn't been a lot of great moments for the Cubs offensively.
Bounce to short. Swanson throws out Chisholm, 1 away. Go ahead.
But there was a great moment for the Cubs today, and that's Anthony Rizzo's return to Wrigley Field. They did a very nice video tribute to Anthony, and he came out, and it was a great standing ovation, and he came out of the dugout and greeted the Chicago Cub fans. So that was a really special moment for the Cub fans and for Anthony. So how about that as at our best moment of the game?
I like that, Ron. I think that's a nice touch, and I like what the Cubs do for the guys that return. Swing and a miss by Anthony Rizzo. The count 0-2. They did the same for Kyle Schwarber.
Yep.
Chris Bryant. Anthony Rizzo here today. It's a very special moment. I think the fans enjoy it, and I know the ball player will never forget those moments. Oh, 1-2 on Rizzo. Anthony 1 for 2 with a walk. Had an opposite field single and grounded out in his other at-bats. Anthony's season average, 226. He gets jammed and fouls it away, and the count 1-2. Cubs are going to have the 2, 3, and 4 spots due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. They're going to be down by at least 3. First out in the inning brought to you by Xfinity. You know you can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Rizzo chokes up just a tad. Wearing silver batting gloves. Lines a one hopper. Backhanded by Swanson. Drops it. Picks it up. Throws him out. Dansby almost directly behind second. Knocked the ball down. Knew that he had plenty of time. And then made a good accurate throw. 2 down.
A good play by Swanson. This ball's hit sharply on the line. One hopper makes the play.
Swanson, the Gold Glove winner a year ago at short. I would say he'll be a strong candidate to win another one. Only 5 errors all year long. And he doesn't miss many games. And you think of all the chances you get as a shortstop. Anthony Volpe will take a strike. You're involved in just about everything. Double plays, cutoff plays, bunt plays. And, of course, there are probably more ground balls hit to you than any other position by far. The 0-1 is outside, and the count now 1-1.
Yeah, I would think you're involved in as the only guy more so is the catcher. Other than that, it's all you. Yeah. Hardest working player of the game. They sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. What hard workers deserves. That good breaking ball there for a strike to Volpe. And how about Keegan Thompson today? 2 shutout innings. He had a strikeout and a walk, but he came in and got the 6th and the 7th. So Keegan will be our hardest working player of the game today with 2 good shutout innings against this Yankee lineup.
The 1-2 now to Anthony Volpe on the way. Ground ball to the hole. Backhanded by Swanson. Has no play. Swanson made a fantastic diving backhand stop. He tried to get up, was off balance, and realized the throw would not have much of a chance. And so he just ate it. But great effort nonetheless.
Yeah, incredible effort. He lays out for this ball, makes a great backhand catch as he's on his belly. Now trying to get up, he had a couple things going on. One, his sunglasses fell down in front of his eyes, kind of off to the side of his head, and he lost his footing. Besides that, I'm surprised he didn't make a throw. Great effort by Dansby at short.
Infield single for Anthony Volpe. Alex Verdugo, he is 0 for 2 with a walk. Left-handed batter, wide open stance. Getting back to shortstops and catchers, Ron. I've heard a lot of baseball people say unless you're strong defensively at both of those spots, you have no chance to have an overall good defensive team.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Couldn't agree more. Yep, absolutely.
The catcher's defense begins with working with the pitcher and trying to get the other guys out. Not too many things are more important than that. Here's a pitch in there for a strike, 1-2.
That is the job. And then when you add offense, that's great. And it is. But boy, if you're a great defensive catcher, you throw well and you handle your pitching staff well and help them get through the ball games.
Block pitches in the dirt.
Yep. You're worth your weight in gold.
1-2 on Verdugo. 3-0 Yankees, top of the 9th with 1 away. With 2 away, I should say. A swing and a foul back by Verdugo. Glancing to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's not over yet, but the Cubs are going to need to do some good things immediately. Bush, Suzuki, and Bellinger are due up. Wingenter ready to work. The big right-hander fires. This ball is poked foul and out of play.
Volpe was off and running. Kind of got a hopping lead and then just kept going.
Yankees, the last team to repeat for 3 consecutive titles. This pitch is outside for a ball. 1998, 99, and 2000. They almost made it 4 in a row, but Arizona rallied in the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 7 to stop the Yankees mini dynasty at 3 in a row. Now the runner goes. The pitch to Verdugo fouled away, 2-2. In fact, since then, has any team even repeated back-to-back years? I don't believe in this new millennium that they have. The Yankees were a winner in 2009. They beat the Phillies.
Just think how dominant the Cubs were in 2016, and you thought, boy, this is a great team.
Line drive base hit to right. Solid single by Verdugo. Stopping at second is Volpe. Yankees already lead by 3, and the batter now is Gleyber Torres.
But and you go, well, this is a team that's got a chance with the great pitching and things to get back to the World Series again, and you know, and be one of the favorites in the league, and never again, never. You know, it's just a really tough thing to win a World Series and then to win 2 in a row. Woo. But 3.
I'm with you, Ron. And especially after another fine regular season in 2017, which resulted in a division title, and lots of strong performances. And then the Cubs beat Washington in the opening round. But then it all kind of went south against the Dodgers. Cubs lost both games in the NLCS in LA. And then they lost Game 3 here at Wrigley. Finally had a win in Game 4, but then got blown out in Game 5 and have not been back to the NLCS since. The next year, 2018, they had a pretty sizable division lead. Milwaukee, though, I think won something like their last 9 in a row. To finish tied with the Cubs, and then they beat the Cubs in the 1-game tiebreaker here at Wrigley. And the Cubs have not had a postseason game since 2018. And the last road postseason game was Game 2 of the NLCS in 2017. It's been a long time. Cubs trailing 3-0 here in the top of the 9th. 2 down, runners at first and second. Torres 1 for 3 in the game with a walk. High and inside, 3 balls and a strike. Wingunter got the first 2, but then base hits by Volpe and Verdugo have given the Yankees another scoring chance. And the 3-1 pitch to Torres. Fly ball right center. On the run is Crow. Armstrong makes the catch. And the inning is over. The Cubs need a big rally as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Yankees 3, Cubs.
1-2. High fly ball. Deep center field. Meadows is there! Parker Meadows thieves a home run from Raleigh. He planted, he jumped, and he made himself into a poster.
Oh, 6'5". Look at this. Luis Arraez now. 1 out in the 9th. Line to center field, a base hit. Wade's coming around from second. Here comes the throw. He will be safe. Welcome to San Diego, Luis Arraez. Walk-off base hit. Padres win it.
And it should be no surprise that Arraez comes through with the big hit. Time to celebrate.
Tyler O'Neill has homered on opening day in 4 straight openers. Tyler O'Neill has just set a record by homering in 5 consecutive opening days. He's got it all to himself with a home run here tonight in Seattle.
5 opening days in a row. New record.
Once. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit Xfinity.com/network management.
The big $1 million giveaway is here. For a chance to win, play this September at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee using your rewards card. Visit paysbig.com/big1. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs. They may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Pat?
Former Cardinal Luke Weaver is coming on. He has not had any save situations this season. He's appeared in 54 games. 4 wins, 3 losses, his ERA 3.3. And the Cubs need a rally. Plain and simple. Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Michael Busch first up. Let's see if he can get on to get something going. Very few fans have left. 3-0 Yanks. First pitch strike. Busch, nothing for 3, has not hit the ball out of the infield, fouled out to the catcher, and twice bounced out to Rizzo at first. Right-hander Weaver comes back, misses outside. What would be your plan against Weaver, Ron?
I think you got to try to do your very best to try to get on base. That's most important right now. If you can, whether you get a base hit or work a walk, if he didn't throw strikes, Cubs need 2 base runners.
Swinging a foul back by Busch. The ball not really carrying today. The wind blowing in from left and left center and even center. Haven't really seen too many drives deep into the outfield.
The best shot for a home run was the ball Soto hit the left field. He smoked that ball left, and Ian caught it right in front of the ivy. And that, when that ball didn't go out of the park, you knew there had nothing going out to left.
And the 1-2 to Busch. Strike 3 called. Busch checked his swing. It was called a strike by Jordan Baker, and that's out number 1. Haven't seen the replay yet.
Yeah, pitch is up out of the zone. High heater. Yeah, that pitch is high.
1 down. Cubs trail 3-0, being out hit 7-1. The only Cubs hit a double by Cody Bellinger in the 4th inning. There is a strike, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 to Suzuki. Swing and a miss on a bender, 0-2. Here's the windup by the right-hander Weaver, and the strike 2 pitch very high. Very puzzling aspect to the Cubs' offensive output of late. Either a bunch of runs or not many at all.
Yeah, Cubs with only 1 hit in the ball game today, and that was a double by Bellinger in the 4th inning.
And the 1-2 to Seiya. He strikes out swinging. Seiya strikes out for the 3rd time today. And all of a sudden the Cubs are down to their very last chance. Opposing pitching changes, by the way, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Let's see if Bellinger can get on to keep the Cubs alive. Trailing 3-0. Cody swings and misses. Ron, you have the task of naming the toast of the game ball player for the Cubs today. Probably might have to be somebody perhaps on the pitching staff.
How about Keegan Thompson? He gave the Cubs 2 shutout innings after.
Bellinger pops it up foul, and now the Cubs are down to their last strike.
So we'll go with Keegan Thompson. 2 shutout innings with a strikeout in the middle of the ball game. So Keegan will be our toast to the game ball player today. 5 innings.
Yankee fans here are standing, and there are quite a few. The strike 2 pitch on the way to Bellinger. It's high and outside. We'll be right back out here again tomorrow, a day game at 1:20. Javier Assad for the Cubs. Clark Schmidt pitching for the Yanks. Starts at 1:20 tomorrow. And the 1-2. Downstairs, 2-2. Bellinger trying desperately to keep the Cubs going on this Friday afternoon. And the 2-2. Ball 3 in the dirt.
Well, Belly having a good AB. Just need a couple base runners.
Bellinger has the only Cubs hit of the day, a double that Anthony Rizzo just missed with a diving play at first down the line. Might have even hit his glove. Bellinger takes ball 4. It's not over yet. Isak Paredes coming up. He's due. Isak has struck out 3 times in the game. Right now, he just wants to get on any way he can. Walks by opposing pitcher, sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. Paredes hitting 5th in the order. And he'll take outside, ball 1. Are you taking a strike here, Ron?
I would say yes. You just got to walk to Bellinger. So now, you let him throw some pitches and see if you can, get ahead in the counter. If he's going to walk another guy, you could bring the tying run to the plate.
The 1-0. It's high for ball 2. Now I would think it's a definite yes.
No doubt.
To
Absolutely.
take. Stranger things have happened. You hear the phrase, you never know, in baseball all the time. And the 2-0 pitch popped up foul and out of play. It surprised me that he swung.
Yeah, same here. Right? The guy walked in front of him, and then 2-0, really hadn't come close to him.
Bellinger taking a very short lead at first. He is being held by Rizzo. And the 2-1 to Paredes. Outside corner for a strike. And it's 2-2, and now the Cubs are down to their last strike.
Jordan Baker's strike zone's gotten a little wide and a little high this inning, and Cub fans are letting him know it.
He missed that one.
Yeah, that one missed a couple this inning. He's had a pretty good night, but last inning has been a couple that Cub fans have been getting on Baker about.
Cubs down to their last strike. The 2-2 from Weaver to Paredes. Swing and a foul back. Let's pause 10 seconds right here for stations to identify themselves. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on the Bernstein and Holmes Show weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Paredes trying to keep the Cubs alive. 2 down, bottom of the 9th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Very high, ball 3. Nico Horner is on deck. These fans have not given up. They never do at Wrigley. Listen to this support.
Yeah.
And the 3-2 on the way. Check swing, foul back. We'll do it again.
Well, that pitch was high. Paredes checked his swing but fouled it off.
Yankees got all of their runs in the third. A run-scoring double by Aaron Judge and a 2-run single by Austin Wells. And that is the extent of the scoring. 2 down, bottom of the ninth inning, 3-0 Yanks. The pitch popped up foul and out of play. Paredes must reach to keep the Cubs going. $40,101, one of the biggest crowds of the year, hoping for a miracle. Swing and a foul back again.
Paredes giving him a good battle. That last pitch, a little slider away. Paredes spoiled it.
And the stretch for the 3-2. There goes Bellinger at first. And Paredes hits a drive foul deep to left out of play. It did not have home run distance. Paredes is battling. Three 3-0 Yanks. Bottom of the ninth. 2 down. A runner at first. And now the 3-2 pitch from Weaver. Paredes hits a big bouncer toward the middle. Glove by the second baseman. Throws to first, and it is in time. And the Yankees have beaten the Cubs here at Wrigley. Torres gloved it over on the shortstop side of second. Made that long off-balance throw, but it was in plenty of time to get Isaac Paredes at first. And this ball game is over. And the Yankees have won Game 1 by a score of 3-0. We'll be back with the totals right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You've had a great night, but you're tired and ready to head home. You look to the right and spot your keys on the table next to one too many empty cans. You look down as your phone illuminates 12% battery. Option A, grab your keys and risk a DUI, or worse. Option B, order a ride and arrive home safely. Option B selected, rideshare on the way. Level passed. Player advances. Drive sober or get pulled over. Visit itsnotagameillinois.com to learn more.
Your ride is here.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information.
Out away from winning it. Clase's 0-2 is fouled into the glove for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the National League.